guys, well, it's me today instead of Mom because we are going to milk the cow. I had this random thought and was like, why don't we film milking the cow? So it's probably going to be a lot of time lapse and some voiceover, but just come along with me today while I milk the cow. I did kind of want to show you what I'm doing. We have right here is our water heater, because of course we want to wash up with hot water. And so I got to turn it on, make sure it's going. This is our milk pail for our milker, and our milker is already in the stall. Oh, this is to wash up with. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then this is our bucket that we put iodine water in to clean her with. So, make sure the water's hot. Iodine. Water's hot. So I just put a little bit of iodine and a little bit of water in here, just enough to wet some towels, like rags. Our storage, and we use these blue thick like shop rag paper towels just to clean her. So this is to clean her teats with, and then for this this is what we use to clean the milker up with after milking. We use dishwasher soap because it does not suds, and we don't want stuff that suds. So I will fill this bucket up. I'm just not going to do it right now. I'm just putting enough hot water in here to get the soap to dissolve a little bit. Alright, this here is our milker. There is a gate in the way. Sorry. But that is our milker. We only have one milk cow, but we do use a milker because, you know, time. That is, I believe, is a Melasti, is I think how you say it, milking machine. So, yeah, I'm fixing to let her in and get started. Alright. Iodine rags. That one's trash. One should be enough though. She's not bad. Oh girl. So I just clean her with these. Make sure her teats are clean of debris. Because she does lay down, and sometimes she lays down in a not clean spot. And then you take each teat and you strip it. So you basically just milk it one stream out, and that's plenty. Alright, it's fixing to get loud, so music will probably play over this part. Alright, here we are. I've got her hooked up to the milker. Sometimes it's a little tricky getting her hooked up to the milker because of trying to get each suction cup attached to her teat without losing suction completely. You see I patted her here. Always pat her when I walk up to her to make sure she knows that I'm there, because she's got her head stuck in food. I am massaging her bag. I'm punching her bag. When I say punching, I'm not like knockout punch. I'm punching it like a calf would, with its nose to try to make sure she has a good letdown and that she gets that she fully empties. Here is just showing you a closer look. Now you may look at her and say, "Oh my gosh, she's so skinny. You can see her ribs, you can see her hips." That's a milk cow. She is a milk cow. She is not a Angus or a beef cow. All milk cows, if you see go to a dairy, all milk cows are ribby and hippy, and you see below her ribs, she's got a heck of a fat belly. She's not underweight. Milk cows are just ribby and hippie. So here is just a few minutes of, and sorry for the shaky camera. I was in tight quarters and dealing with stall fencing and stuff like that, so I was kept getting tripped up. So just here's a few minutes of her being milked. You can see the milk coming through the hose and into the milking machine. Here I come again to massage some more. Oh, yep, she didn't like that. That see right there, that's why I always pat her and love on her. Make sure she knows I'm there. But even if she didn't like it, she has to be massaged to make sure she empties out well. The milking process was a lot longer than this. This is just cut down to not be so long. All right, she's done. So, few things. The clicking sound was the suction, and it's suctioning. She was very hard to start with because she had a very full bag. I don't think you can see me. Anyway, especially, so this is her right side. We're on her right side. So to start with, she was pretty hard because she has a very full bag. To start with, we were calf sharing, so she would only be with her calf like 12 hours of the day and then separated 12 hours of the day. He's old enough now that he's been weaned. I'll insert a picture at the end of the video. And so we're still only milking once a day because with calf shearing we only milk once a day. But they regulate to how much you milk them and how much is, you know, being asked of them. And so we decided to just continue only milking once a day, even though her calf was off of her. She's given us roughly 3 gallons a day right now. She would give us more if we asked for more, but we don't, like I said, we only milk once. But yeah, she was very full, especially this, like I said, this is her right side. Oh, she's moving. That right back quarter was very full. So, oop, going out. Anyway, so she goes on out. So yeah, so she eats while we're milking her. That's one reason she stays put for so long, is because she's eating a bucket full of food. So this, our milker milks her out. It goes into the pail, and then I'm gonna pour it up into 2 smaller pails to tote them up to the farmhouse to strain them and pour them up into jars and put them in the refrigerator. I still have to clean up though. Her normal routine after milking is to go get a huge drink of water, because I mean, making milk makes you thirsty. Even as a human mamas know that. So she goes gets water and then goes on out to the pasture, and I've got to deal with the baby cow, or the teenagers as we call them, because they're not full-grown adults, but they're not babies either. And then we have some other adults I've got to go feed, and I got to clean up and all of that. So I will take you a little bit on the cleaning up process just to show you what we do, and then we'll end up at the farmhouse pouring up the milk. Alright, so these are the pails we pour up the milk into when we're done. They're still not strained. This is just to get it to the farmhouse to be able to strain it. But I just wanted you to be able to see. I don't fill them all the way full because even though they have lids, they do slosh. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm hard. Look at that foam. Yummy, yummy. Alright, so we've poured up the milk. And now we have to clean all of this because, I mean, you can see there's hoses that the milk passed through, so it's got to be clean. So, this is where our white bucket of soapy water comes into play. And it's going to get loud again, but basically I'm going to turn the machine on. And I'm going to, you'll see what I do, ow, is I hold it. So now it's upside down because when it's attached to her, it's all up like this. So I have to hold it upside down and I'm going to dip it as it's going, you'll see, in and out of the water like this. And it's sucking the water through the hoses. And the reason I pull it in and out is so that it agitates. It gets air in it so it agitates and breaks off anything that's stuck to the hoses. So I time-lapsed that part. Like I said, it was soap and hot water, and I did it in and out of the bucket of water to agitate it. And then once the bucket was empty, I rinsed it really good, dumped what was in here because it only takes so much and it was a 5-gallon bucket. And then I repeated the process without soap. I filled up the 5-gallon bucket over here. And so while that was filling up, I was doing some more feeding and cleaning and stuff like that. You saw me walk by a few times. And once that was full, like I said, no soap, it was just hot water. I rinsed it. I've rinsed that metal pail that had the iodine in it. I've rinsed my plastic bucket now. Now it's time to dump this again, and I'll take it to the hot water sink and rinse it again. So, over past this fence was at the very beginning of the video, the hot water heater and everything that you saw at the very beginning is just on the other side of this, so I'll take it over there. We also have a sink right here, that we just dump water into and it runs out. So yeah, I'm gonna do the last few cleanup things. I gotta dump this, rinse it, put it up. I'm gonna use my hot water and I'm just gonna spray off all my hoses, the outside of my hoses, and sweep up, and I'm done. And with the milking process, done with the milking process. And then our next step is to go pour up the milk. Alright, so now our next step is to pour everything up. This is a container we keep our filters in. So, oop, that's single, yep. So just grab a filter. And this is our funnel slash filter. So we put this in here, and then it has a ring that we put in to keep the filter steady because there's a lip. Let me see if I can get that to show. See? And the ring fits in the lip in here. Okay? So, take this. We have glass jars sitting in the sink right here. And basically, we just pour it up. And it strains it to make it clean. Whoop. Let's not make a mess. Oh dear, I filled it too full. Alright, I spilled just a little. So there's 1 gallon. There it is. Alright, I filled this one too full, so I'm just transferring some out. Alright, there's 1 whole gallon and a piece of one. And we still have 1 more milk pail to go. Now these are like 2 or 3 gallon milk pails, but we don't fill them all the way full because it makes a mess. Okay, I thought I messed up again and filled it too full, but we're good. There's 2 gallons. Oh. And there's almost 3. So today we got almost 3 gallons. Like I said earlier, she gives roughly 3 gallons a day. Sometimes it's 2.5, sometimes it's over 3. You know, just kind of depends on her. And so then what we do is, I got like painter's tape and take a little off, put it on the lid, and write the date on it. That way we know when this milk was milked. And I'm going to put it in the fridge, and that's it. I'm going to, once I do that, I'm going to wash up these milk pails and my strainer. We do not reuse the little fabric circles that I showed you, the actual strainer part. I'll throw that away, but I do need to wash the funnel part. And that's the end of the milking process. We have videos on making cheese and butter, I believe, and maybe even some more dairy videos, and I can put those up here or whichever corner they go in. Like I said, I've got some pictures for the end of the video. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and you can find us on Facebook. We're Pemberley Farm Homestead. And I think that's all. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you from Pemberley Farm.